There is one simple reason why you should not be eating breakfast, and that is because you're not hungry. That is the greatest reason why you should not eat breakfast. It's not because you need to go into ketosis. It's not because you're trying to create a state of autophagy. It's because you're not hungry. In our world, we tend to have a lot of food accessible to us, and from morning till night, from sunrise to sundown. If it was that easy, we would be healthier, but no, we eat before sunrise and we eat after sundown and throughout the entire day. Unless you're burning a lot of calories and really super active, probably you should wait until you are hungry. That would make the most sense. Now, most people are not hungry in the morning when they first wake up. They're just not got that itch to eat. So therefore, if you're not hungry, don't eat. It's that simple. You don't have to use big words like intermittent fasting or autophagy or time-restricted eating. Don't say those things. Just say, I'm not hungry. I'm not going to eat. Wait until you're hungry. It makes sense, doesn't it? However, here's the problem. Like in my particular case, my job is very, very active. I've been a doctor of chiropractic for over 28 years. And when I come to work, basically what I do is I do one-handed push-ups on patients all day long. I'm doing squats, I'm doing lunges, I'm pushing on people. It's a very active job. If I don't eat, I'm gonna run out of energy. You could feel it. Your just mental energy starts to slow down, your physical energy, and it's almost like you need just some substance because I work until around noon, 12:30, and then I go home for lunch, but then I come back, I work till 6:30. Sometimes I don't get out of here till then. So in order to not eat food in the morning and wait until 12:30, 1 o'clock before I actually start eating, for you it might be okay. Because like I said, you're not exercising for 4.5 hours, hopping up and down, jumping on patients on your feet, doing lunges, one-handed push-ups on people. I mean, that's what it basically feels like. So for me, breakfast gets me going. It actually gives me energy so that I have energy, the same energy at 8 o'clock in the morning, and this is the same energy at noon, same energy at 6 o'clock at night. So I feed my body as if it was like an IV drip of energy. That's what I need. But for a lot of people, they don't have an active job. They go to work and they just sit at a cubicle typing like this. There's no activity, and thus not a lot of energy needed to do that. In fact, people that eat breakfast sometimes feel groggy because of the food that they eat. So number one, if you're not hungry, don't eat breakfast. And that's the number one reason why you shouldn't eat breakfast. The second reason you shouldn't eat breakfast is because if you are overweight or pre-diabetic or have insulin resistance, this is a good way to try to make your body starve, and that's what you're trying to do. You're trying to make it hungry so that your body actually changes metabolically from your pancreas, instead of secreting insulin, to secrete glucagon. And what that does, it'll help you lose weight. That's the hormonal reason why you should stop eating breakfast. But there's another reason. Some people eat breakfast and they're putting in 500-600 calories of food. If you were just to eliminate that meal, that's 500-600 calories that you're just not eating. That's another win-win. The interesting thing is, though, that some people are hungry in the morning. And if you're hungry, you should eat. You shouldn't just try to follow intermittent fasting because everybody doesn't eat breakfast. You know, intermittent fasting would work just as good as if you didn't eat dinner. I mean, you could feasibly eat breakfast, eat lunch, and then stop eating and just don't eat dinner. And you know, a lot of times that might work better for some people because of their jobs. For example, if you have a job like mine where to do time-restricted eating, where some of these extremists are only eating once a day, or maybe they're eating, within a 4-hour period. Well, I don't have 4 hours of time where I can actually sit down and eat something healthy. It just doesn't exist in my time frame. So I eat in the morning, I eat about 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I eat when I get home. But to say, these rules that people have where you shouldn't eat after sundown, well, that's impossible because sundown happens right now at 4:30, 5 o'clock, and I don't get out of work till 6:30. So if I want to eat dinner, I got to eat it at 4 o'clock, 4:30 in the afternoon. Well, guess what? I'm at work. It doesn't work. So I have to eat late at night. Feasibly, if I wanted to lose weight, I would just not eat, go to bed hungry. But what if you're not hungry? That's another form of intermittent fasting. So hopefully this helps you. A lot of people don't eat breakfast because they're simply not hungry, but some people are trying to not eat breakfast because they're trying to create autophagy. They're trying to lose weight, basically, we'll put it that. They're trying to control their blood sugar, which means they're trying to lose weight. So that's the reason they're not doing it. And they've heard on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram that intermittent fasting is the way to go, stop eating breakfast, but it would work just as well as if you didn't eat dinner. And it would work just as well if you just didn't eat those 500-600 calories to begin with throughout the day. So those are the reasons why you should not eat breakfast.